Hello everyone! Today we aim to draw your attention to the portion of material connected to different verb patterns. And we all do our best to help you to cope with this task easier, without a lot of effort and having fun. First of all, we'd like you to make a quiz which will help you to identify what kind of a person you are. Fearful, someone who is afraid of most things, or fearless, the person who is courageous and brave enough. So let's start. Listen, read the statement, and decide which option suits you best. The first question of our quiz is: you are reading in bed and you hear a strange noise outside the window. Do you carry on reading or hide under the bed covers and try to ignore it? A friend suggests going on a really tall and fast roller coaster. Do you agree to go or refuse to go because it's too scary? The next question of our quiz is the following. You have to read a text out to your class. How do you feel? Fine, I don't mind reading to my class. Or terrible, I can't help feeling really nervous. The fourth question of our quiz is: somebody offers to take you exploring in an underground cave. Do you decide to go or say no because you can't stand being in small spaces? Last question is: you get an invitation to a party from someone you don't know very well. Do you accept the invitation and look forward to meeting some new people, or pretend to be busy? Now look at your answers and count the A's and B's. If you have most of A answers, then you are a fearless person. If you have mostly B's answers, then you are not brave enough and you need to overcome the fear. I hope that you have noticed that in this questionnaire some verbs are followed by the infinitive, while other verbs need to use ing form. Unfortunately, there are no single rules for this. All that you need is to learn the correct pattern for each verb. That's the main objective of our today's lesson. There are 5 of the most common verb patterns which will pay your attention to. The most common pattern is verb plus infinitive. The verbs which are referred to this category are aim, arrange, attempt, can't afford, decide, expect, hope, intend, manage, offer, plan, refuse, remember, need, seem, tend, try, want. And example: the weather is bad today. You need to stay at home. The next pattern is verb plus object plus infinitive. The verbs from this pattern are advise, allow, encourage, force, remind, teach, argue, warn. And the example: teachers always encourage their pupils to study hard. The following pattern is verb plus verb with ing ending. The verbs which are referred to this category are avoid, can't help, can't stand, don't mind, enjoy, fancy, finish, imagine, keep, miss, stop, waste time. And the example: children waste loads of time playing computer games. The next pattern is modal verbs plus infinitive without to. The verbs from this pattern are can, could, should, might, would. And the example: if you want to feel healthy, you should do sports regularly. And the last verb pattern is verb plus object plus infinitive without to. There are only 2 verbs which are referred to this category. They are make and let. Look at the example. Parents don't let their children go home alone when it's dark. Let's have some practice. Look at the sentences, complete them with the correct forms of the verbs, and write them down in your copybooks. Enjoy yourself watching the cartoon and compare your answers.
Yes, it's good to do some sport. Come with us this afternoon. We're going to play golf.
Golf? That's not sport.
What? Of course it is. You spend hours walking around the golf course.
And you waste time looking for balls.
Well, you can't help losing balls. But you spend time out in the fresh air. And you might walk 8 or 9 kilometres. That's good exercise. And it's competitive. When you play golf, you intend to beat your opponent.
Yes, but it isn't exciting like football, for example. In football, a player can take the ball from another player. In golf, nobody tries to take the ball from another player.
It's a different kind of game. Golf is a game of skill. My golf coach encourages me to improve my technique. He reminds me to keep my head down when I take a shot. He makes me think about the position of my feet. When you play golf, you want to do better than last time.
But it isn't athletic, is it? For example, you could play golf with a broken leg. You could use a buggy.
I've never seen anyone playing golf with a broken leg. The golf club wouldn't let you play with a broken leg. Also, I'm sure that if you had a broken leg, the doctor would advise you not to do any sport.
But golf isn't a sport. It's a game for rich people. I can't afford to buy the equipment, and I certainly can't afford to belong to a club.
No, neither can I. But you can borrow the equipment, and you can pay for one day at the golf course.
Well, I don't think I'd enjoy playing golf. It's not for me. I'm going to go to my judo class.
And I suppose you think judo is sport?
Of course it is. It's very physical.
I thought that with judo you aim to protect yourself. It's self-defense, not sport.
Well, it is for self-defense. But today I'm going to compete against an opponent, and I hope to beat him.
Hi! What are you doing this afternoon?
Oh, Philip's playing golf, and I'm going to my judo class. What about you?
I'm going to do some real sport. Snooker.
Snooker?
That's not sport.
Now you have the opportunity to make sure that you have done everything correctly. And one more step of practice. Let's do the task from your student's book. Read and complete these short texts with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Try to use your knowledge without looking at the verb patterns. Now check your answers. That's all for today. The most important part of today's home task will be to learn the verbs which belong to a particular verb pattern. But if you come across the verb which is not included in any of these patterns and you are not sure what to use, you can find the information in a good dictionary. Adding to it, you have to do exercises in your workbook on page 26. Thanks a lot for your time and patience. Have a nice day.